All right, I wanted to do a video where I compare Skylar Tuscany on the left with Crossway's Horween, and this is a Horween thin wine on the right. So these are very, very similar leathers, very similar cowhides, and they're both going to be different than goat skin and different than your normal calf skin because they're going to age over time. Obviously, I have sped up this aging process, especially on the Tuscany. The Horween I did, but I've been using it for a long time, so it's pretty worn in by itself and with me. So they are both sped up, but I think it gives a good representation. And get so much hate on this, but it's okay. I actually really enjoy the way they look. It doesn't hurt anything. Skylar makes their Bible so well that this is still like perfect. You can barely even see a lot of the things that I did on the Skylar Tuscany, but I enjoy doing this. So if people don't like it, then they can get these Bibles and they don't have to wear them in. So more power to them. Okay, so right off the bat, if you can see that the Horween is a little shinier. It just reflects the light a little bit better and a little bit more different. Just has like a shinier coat on it than the Tuscany, and you can see that it doesn't reflect the light as well. The feel, I would still say the Horween is a little bit smoother. They're very similar though. Yeah, very similar. But the Horween's just a little bit smoother. And that makes sense why it reflects the light. Also looking at it, if you can see, the Horween, when you age it naturally or unnaturally, either way, it's going to have more grain than the Tuscany. Like I rolled this Tuscany really, really well, and there's not that much grain on it. I mean, a lot of this stuff right here you see was already there, but there's not that many places where you can see the grain. But this comes completely smooth, and look at all the grain that you can see on there now. So that's just completely different in how they're going to age. Okay. One thing to note is this Skylar does not have all the oils of my hands because I don't use it every day, so I don't know how it's going to age in terms of color. I assume it'll get darker, more of a darker brown, maybe. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. But if you remember, if you've seen a new Horween Bible, it's really light. So, I mean, this is getting towards the black color. It's really cool. It turns really, really dark compared to all the other ones. And what's really, really awesome is even the spine, whether you age it naturally or unnaturally, the spine of this used one is like really, really dark and cool looking compared to the new spines. The new spines are a lot lighter, and that's just because of me holding it all the time. So that's a little bit difference there. The thickness, this is just between Crossway and or Skylar and Crossway. The thickness, I have to give the thickness to the Horween. It's just a little bit thicker. So that doesn't mean that the outer cowhide is thicker. It may just be a combination of the inner liner and the outer liner, but for what it's worth, the Crossway Horween is, I would say, not substantially thicker, but it's noticeable. Like it's close, but you can definitely notice that the Horween's thicker. The inner liner though seems like almost the same. Like it's almost like they seem like they bought it from the same people. I mean, look at this. There's the inner liner. I mean, it feels just like the inner liner of the Skylar. So that's interesting. Okay, floppiness. So floppiness, oof, It's close. I'm going to have to give the floppiness probably to the Horween. Now also, that may just be because I've literally, this is my everyday carry. I carry it everywhere with me. And it's been about almost 4 months that I've been carrying this. So I don't know if that's going to change, you know, with the floppiness. But whatever. The Horween's a little bit floppier. And also, oh, they both do that. Okay, so they're both going to have like that pull up. You can both see, you can see that on the inside. Look how cool that is. And it'll go back to normal. I have seen, just because of the color, you're going to see scratches more on the Horween, like right there. See a scratch there, scratch there. Just with the color, you're not going to be able to see scratches as well. There's a little one right there. So, depending on the color, if they did a dark color, scratches would definitely show more. But that's something to take note of if you're comparing the two, because this is going to take a little bit of, you're just not going to be able to tell when you scratch it, because you will scratch it. It's just inevitable. I'm like really careful with this Bible, really gentle with it and everything, and it's still non-perfect. I mean, you can see the hubs are kind of scratched, and there's scratches there, and there's scratches there and there. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. The spines, so the spines are going to look a little bit different. It's hard to work in a spine. Someone knows how to work in a spine, just let me know. Probably if someone's going to comment, well, you just read the Bible. Well, hey, you're probably right. But the spines look pretty similar. So, okay, both of these are very similar. Both great options. I would choose the Horween slightly over the Skylar's Tuscany, just because I think it's a little bit thicker. I like the grain pattern that kind of puts there, and also I kind of like how it hides a lot of stuff. I mean, this just kind of looks a little rustic, so I think I just slightly prefer the Horween, but if you prefer the Skylar, hey, that's great too. Both great Bibles. All right, guys, hope you have a blessed rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.